Thank you. Turkish Institute for Democracy and Human Rights is next, to be followed by Caspian Information Center.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Dear participants, my name is Ahmad Shahidov. I represent Turkish Institute for Democracy and Human Rights. And before starting my speech, I would like to make a short comment on the speech of Madam Isabella Sargsyan, one of today's introducers. I'm very sorry that Ms. Isabella Sargsyan made a political speech here, not as a human rights expert. And Ms. Isabella's speech was dominated by fake and false information at all. Speaking here on the basis of official Armenian thesis, which is not legally justified, is nothing more than emotional blackmail. First of all, let me note that the term Nagorno-Karabakh no longer exists. It is the Karabakh region of Azerbaijan, and after 30 years of Armenian occupation, Azerbaijan has finally restored its territorial integrity and state sovereignty. And all 57 countries represented here officially recognize the territorial integrity of Azerbaijan. And if you want to talk about Karabakh, I suggest to inform all participants here about the destroyed mosques in Karabakh. I invite Madam Isabel and all participants here to Karabakh today, because before the war in the 90s, there were 67 mosques that existed in Karabakh, and today 65 of them were completely destroyed by Armenian terrorists. Today, the city of Aghdam is called the Hiroshima of the Caucasus. Here, instead of spreading false information, it is necessary to rely on concrete facts. And last week, the UN observation mission visited Karabakh and observed Khankendi and other cities. UN observers declared that there were no cases of violence against the civilian population and civilian buildings in the region. Most of Armenians who left Karabakh leave the region voluntarily. Do you know why? Because they are victims of Yerevan's hate policy for 30 years. And most of Armenians who left Karabakh today are not originally from Karabakh. They are people who were moved there from Armenia during the 30-year occupation period. Today, the process of reintegration of Armenians in Karabakh into Azerbaijani society continues, and already 50 Armenians who want to accept the citizenship of Azerbaijan have applied to official Baku, and today steps are being taken for dialogue and coexistence in Karabakh. And Madam Isabella Sargsyan, instead of supporting this dialogue and peace, you make a hate speech and use your Armenian identity to slander Azerbaijan. We do not hate Armenians at all. Today, 40,000 Armenians live in the cities of Baku, Ganja, Sumgayit of Azerbaijan. I have Armenian friends in Azerbaijan, my neighbors, but there is not anyone Azerbaijani in Armenia today, and your speech today is a manifestation of hatred against Azerbaijan and Azerbaijanis. Unfortunately, I had to dedicate most of my speech to the hate speech of Madam Isabella Sargsyan, and I would like to briefly present the speech I have prepared for today's topic, and I would like to briefly comment on the situation in Turkey in this area. I can say that Turkey is the only country in the world today where multiculturalism, diversity and tolerance prevail. Also, Islam is the dominant religion in Turkey today.
I will have to ask you to distribute.
Religions also have great freedom in Turkey. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you. We have 17 minutes. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 7 speakers, and I would like to really allow everybody to speak before we have to close this session at around 1 o'clock. Thank you for your understanding. Our next speaker is the